Good morning. I am showing you my foot because I wanted to show you the scars on my foot. And you can see that whole area there up to the top of my foot, up to there. And the skin's like discolored a little, like either lighter, especially right there was the worst part of the burn. And that was a 3rd-degree burn. And it actually looks great to have been a 3rd-degree burn. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because, like, a public service announcement. So if you ever get burned, and you, like, after you get burned, you run cold water on it, obviously. That should be the first thing to do. To either, it depends on what you've got burned by. You want to clean it off, right? Like oil or whatever. I got burned by ashes, by fire. And I walked through where we had a bonfire, but it was all ashy. And because my husband had just like took his tractor over there, so everything was gray and ashy. And I knew I was out of the fire area, but he had scraped and moved it around, and there was ashes that were like liquid ash that wasn't in the fire specifically that I stepped into. So immediately I washed it off, and then I painted it with egg whites. And egg whites is basically collagen. So the collagen, not only did it take the pain away, like it really took the pain away. Now I'm not saying this didn't hurt. It did hurt. It hurt bad. But the initial burn pain was minimal because of the collagen. And so what I did is you paint it with the egg whites. And I did that for like 3 or 4 days before I did anything else. And I would paint it, and then I would wash it off. And I would do that like 3 times a day. And I wouldn't wash it off until I was ready to reapply it. So I couldn't wear a shoe for like a month and a half. It was a bad, bad burn. So anyway, I did that. And after the collagen treatment for a couple days, I started putting honey on it. And I used Manuka honey, but any honey will work because honey is antibacterial, antimicrobial. So what it does is it prevents infection. So you've got one thing that's correcting the collagen and repairing your skin, and you got another thing that is correcting, preventing infection. So I also never went to a doctor, just FYI, because I don't like doctors. I knew, I didn't know I could do it myself. Let me take that back. I did not know I could do it myself. I did it myself, but I wasn't sure. I really wasn't. It was a bad burn. I had 2nd and 3rd-degree burns, and I healed it with egg whites and Manuka honey. And I have minimal scars, minimal scarring. I mean, you can't hardly tell now. And that was such a bad burn. Seeing if I could try to show you again. It was such a bad burn. You just, like, you can kind of tell my skin looks different. But compared to what a lot of burn victims and burned skin looks like, right, it's not bad. Like, you can't, if I didn't like show you up close, you'd never have noticed it probably. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you never know when somebody is in a position where you can't get to a doctor or you don't want to. And if you ever get burned, clean it with water and then put egg whites, paint it with egg whites. You will be amazed. And I don't care, that can be just a splash from the kitchen, like you're cooking and you get hot water splash your face or your chest. Like that happens. Paint it with egg whites. You will be surprised. So from a bad burn, and this is not medical advice, this is what I did, but it is worth sharing. And I've shared this before, but I wanted to share it again because it is worth it. It's worth sharing. Peace.